Hello guys, I'm back again with episode 13 of Comic Book Savant video. This episode I wanted to talk about Voltron the Legendary Defender Season 3. I've reviewed Seasons 1 and 2 on the actual audio podcast. I'll have links down below in the description so you can check those out if you like. Season 3 is just continuing on the story. If you're not familiar with Voltron, it's a an actual animation project from the 80s that was based on a toy line that they used, like with most cartoons from the 80s, to help sell the toys. I just had a strong affinity for it as a kid. I had all the toys, the die-cast figures that formed the lion robot. So when it was announced a couple of years ago that Dreamworks Animation was going to be doing the project, and it was being headed up by the same producers and creators that did Avatar: The Last Airbender, as well as the Legend of Korra animated series, which if you're a longtime listener of the audio podcast, you know I'm a huge fan of. So when this was announced, I was all in because it was a property from the 80s that I loved, that I grew up with on my childhood, done by good producers, and one of my favorite voice producers, Andrea Romano, was being attached to it as well, which I spoke about earlier on my audio podcast about her recently retiring. So I was all in. All the people behind it, the voice talent they had attached was just top notch. And I haven't been disappointed 2 seasons in. I've been really, really into the show. This was a shorter season. Season 1 was 11 episodes, if I remember correctly. Season 2 was 13. And this season was only 7 episodes, which is not a bad thing because they announced at Comic-Con that they were actually going to be releasing season 4 in just a couple of months. So we got this premiering August 4th. We will have we had season 3 premiering on August 4th of this month. And now we have season 4 will be premiering in October. I want to say it's like the middle, around, I think it was the 22nd of October that'll be premiering on Netflix. So we don't have much longer to go. I'm a huge fan of this show, period. I've already watched this season twice. I watched it by myself the day it premiered. Then I turned around the next day and ended up watching the whole season again with my wife, to just give you some idea how good it actually is. It's just a really fun show. It's made for all ages. If you're someone like myself that's a kid from the 80s and you're familiar with Voltron, and if you ever liked that cartoon, it's done but modernized for current times. It's just done well. It's some comedy thrown in there for all ages, which you get, but I feel like it really appeals to someone of my age or someone that just is familiar with the 80s Voltron property that can identify with it. It's really fun, action-packed. It really, sitting down watching it, I binged it in one sitting. The episodes run about 22 minutes in length, and they go by so fast. And this season did just a phenomenal job fleshing out more of the backstory, developing some of the characters that may have been neglected in the last season, especially that I felt like that was neglected. They addressed those issues and touched up those characters and really gave them a strong arc. And we were introduced to some newer characters, main being the new big bad, which is Prince Lotor. He's one of the original big bads from the 80s cartoon that they modernized, and I like the twist. He's not exactly the same as he was, which most of these characters, that's the case. They put a little twist on him, and I like what they did. It pays homage to what came before, but something different at the same time, and that's the key thing about this show that makes it so great. Again, it's only 7 episodes. I recommend you watch the whole series. Again, we'll have links below to reviews of season 1 as well as season 2. Give it a try. It's just you literally can watch through seasons 1 through 3 in one day, and I imagine once you get started, you'll want to continue on with the series if you're open to animation. So, not everyone is open to watching animation, even if it's comic book based. But I feel like if you're open enough to give it a try, I think you'll enjoy it. That's all I have for you guys for this week. Again, I'll have links below to previous reviews. You'll see on both sides here, the last couple of video episodes. Like, subscribe, share. and click the bell notification so you'll know when the newest videos are released. I will see you guys next week for another episode of Comic Book Savant Video. And again, take a moment to stop by Netflix and check it out. I really think you'll enjoy it. And I'll see you again soon. Take care.